दरिद्रमिव योषितः हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति योध्वनिः विशोभते तु वैकुण्ठ कवाटोद्घाटनध्वनिः अच्युतानन्द गोविन्द नामोच्चारण भेषजात् नश्यन्ति सकलारोगाः सत्यं सत्यं वदाम्यहम् माद्रिः सुतौ कथयतां न भवन्ति रोगाः हरिः ओम कल्याणाद्भुतगात्राय कामितार्थप्रदायिने श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः क्षीरेण स्नापिते देवी चन्दनेन विलेपिते बिल्वपत्रार्चिते देवी दुर्गेऽहं शरणं गतः श्रीदुर्गेऽहं शरणं गतः ॐ नमो नमः धर्म विज्ञान वैराग्य परमैश्वर्यशालिनः आनन्दतीर्थ भगवत्पादान् वन्दे निरन्तरम् बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वं मरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् अभ्रमं भङ्गरहितम् अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतुलं भजे तापत्रयापहम् शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं त्रिनेत्रं चन्द्रशेखरम् इन्दुमण्डलमध्यस्थं वन्दे देवं सदाशिवम् पार्वतीपति हर हर महादेव वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा पूर्णप्रज्ञकृतं भाष्यम् आदौ तद्भावपूर्वकं यो व्याकरोन्नमस्तस्मै पद्मनाभाख्य योगिने ससी ओम श्री श्री माधव तीर्थ गुरुभ्यो नमः चित्रैः पदैश्च गम्भीरैः वाक्यैः मानेरखण्डितैः गुरुभावं व्यञ्जयन्ति भाति श्री जयतीर्थवाक् अर्थिकल्पितकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यर्थिगजकेसरी व्यासतीर्थ गुरुर्भूयात् अस्मदिष्टार्थसिद्धये तपो विद्या विरक्त्यादि सद्गुणोगागरानहं वादिराजगुरुं वन्दे हयग्रीवदयाश्रयाम् महाप्रवाहिनी भीमा यस्य मार्गमदान्मुदा रघुवर्यं मुदं दद्यात् कामितार्थप्रदायकः प्रणमत्कामधेनुञ्च भजत्सुरतरूपमं श्रीभावबोधकृत्पाद चिन्तामणिमुपास्महे माधव तीर्थ श्लोक ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋಣ साधिता किल सत्तत्वं बाधिता किल दुर्मतं बोधिता किल सन्मार्गं माधवाख्ययतिं भजे अर्थिकल्पितकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यर्थिगजकेसरी व्यासतीर्थ गुरुर्भूयात् अस्मदिष्टार्थसिद्धये पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे दुर्वादिध्वान्तरवये वैष्णवेन्दीवरेन्दवे श्रीराघवेन्द्र गुरुवे नमो अत्यन्तदयालवे सत्यपूर्णाम्बुधेर्जातो विद्वज्जन विजृम्भितः धनीध्वंसीतु नस्तापं श्रीसत्यविजयोडुपः आसेतो रातुषाराद्रेः योजितो जितवान् सत्यध्यान गुरुः पातो यतीन्द्रैरपि पूजितः सत्याभिज्ञकराब्जोत्थान् 50 वर्ष पूजकान् सत्यप्रमोदतीर्थार्यान् नौमिन्याय सुधारतान् शास्त्रेषु पारदर्श्वानं शास्त्रज्ञेषु च वत्सलं दीनभक्तोद्धारकरं सत्यात्मानं गुरुं भजे सकलमठाधीश गुरुभ्यो नमः विद्यापीठ विदातारं विद्यावारिधि चन्दिरं विद्यार्थिवत्सलं वन्दे महामहिम सद्गुरुम् आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः अस्मद्गुरुसमारम्भां टीकाकृत्पादमध्यगां श्रीमदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
Oh, thank God, it's
Swatantra Ananta Swamine Namaha. Swatantra Ananta Swamine Namaha. Swatantra Ananta Swamine Namaha. Harihi Om. With the unflinching faith in the supremacy of Sri Vishnu, that unflinching faith, the sankalp in our minds that he is the Supreme Lord, followed by Jagannatha, Sri Lakshmi, and then followed by Brahma, Vayu, Saraswati, Bharati, Garuda, Shesha, Rudra, in an hierarchical Taratamya fashion. The Supreme God who is present in every Jivarashi, in every soul. Let us all submit our sincere Shraddha Purvak, Bhakti Purvak Namaskar to that Sarvantaryami Vishnu, to seek his eternal blessings and requesting him to direct us in the right direction of Moksha Marga through his team of Devatas, starting from Lakshmi, Vayu, Brahma, all of them, Tattvabhimani Devatas. If they direct us in the right direction, only then is it possible for us to even chant, recite a simple stotra, mantra, or Vedic hymn. So with that, namaskar to Sarvantaryami Vishnu and all his Parivara Devatas. And he says, come through your Guru Parampara. Come through your Guru. So therefore, with the blessings of Sri Satyatma Tirtha Swamiji, his Purna Mantrakshata, Bal, strength, we have all gathered here to learn, understand, appreciate, practice one of the interesting mandatory karma prescribed for a Brahmana, that is Sandhya Vandana. So Guru Parampara, with asking his permission, let us begin an humble beginning. We are all together learning. I am just narrating some of the experiences of what I have gained through Shravana, what I have gained through studying. I am not an expert. Some disclaimers I want to tell you. My only humble intention is to ensure that the Sajjanas in this world are experiencing the spiritual bliss having got this Shrestha Janma. When I said this to Swamiji, he said, definitely do it. This is the need of the hour. So, taking his permission and thinking about his Pada Kamal, let me do a beginning of this series of sessions. It may happen that we may have about 7 sessions or so of 1.5 hours to finish at least Pratha Sandhya in a right way. The objective of this workshop is twofold. As you have seen in the flyer, our aim is leveled course. Level 1 aiming at mantra and tantra. Level 2 aiming at mantra plus tantra plus artha, that's meaning. Mantra means the chanting, what we do while doing Sandhya Vandana. Tantra is the procedure to do Sandhya Vandana is called Tantra. And Arthanusandhan is the meaning and reflection of that meaning while we do that activity. So level 1 is mantra plus tantra. Level 2 is mantra plus tantra plus meaning. Level 3 is an expert level where we take the person to a level where he can disseminate, he can train the trainer. He can train people as to how Sandhya Vandana has to be done. You know what expertise level. The final level gets examined by Swamiji himself. The other levels, we will have some online examinations like objective types, and then the local Vidvamsas will definitely enable us in the certification process. These are some of the things, introductory thing that I want to tell you. And my passion is only to share, disseminate the experiential knowledge, experiential happiness that I derive out of this particular activity of Sandhya Vandana. All of us might ask this question as to, all of us do Sandhya Vandana. What's so special about it? Definitely. Very happy to note that all of us do Sandhya Vandana. The next question comes, how many times in a day do I do Sandhya Vandana? Some of you may raise the hand saying that I do it once. Some of you may say that I do it twice. Some of you may say that I do it thrice. While others may say that I don't do it at all, being very honest. Let us ask that question in ourselves as to how many times in a day do we do Sandhya Vandana and why should we do it? So therefore, the introductory session today will actually explain the reason behind doing Sandhya Vandana. Before that, why should I believe that I should do Sandhya Vandana? Is it because my Swamiji told me? Or is it because there is a workshop happening? Or is it because there are Brahmanas in Vedas? Is it because Puranas tell that? Or is it because Rishis have told that Sandhya Vandana is a mandatory activity? Let us examine that in the first part of it. At the same time, we will also see as to what is the basic meaning of the word Sandhya Vandana. Why is it called Sandhya Vandana? Who do we worship in the Sandhya Vandana? Is it a lady god called Sandhya? Or is it Vishnu? What is the purpose? Who is the object of interest for us in this Sandhya Vandana? And according to the procedures, are we doing it correctly? There are two things in any activity. One is correctness of doing that activity. Second is completeness of the activity. These two things are very important, right? So therefore, somebody may say that, give me a short capsule where I am able to do 5 minutes Sandhya Vandana. Okay, possible. But let me ask the same people a question. In my 24 hours, am I able to set aside just 5 minutes? However, hours together, we have budgeted in our time management sheet saying, how much do I give for God? How much do I give for my Laukika activities? Vritti is important. I'm also employed in a multinational company as a director for India. I also have that job, definitely. But should we not ask a question as to, can I increase this 5 minutes to 15 minutes? A day has come where we have to negotiate with people to allocate time for this simple activity. I'm not sounding complaining. I'm only sounding saying that a self-reflection of the importance of this activity will motivate us to allocate that kind of time. You agree with me? So therefore, let us examine in detail as to why we are considering this activity to be so important. Okay, so with that introductory note, I heartily welcome all of you for first step of showing interest in wanting to listen, wanting to attend, wanting to learn this basic activity which keeps us as a Brahmana. Thank you so much. However, another request is that this is not just a listening session. I would request everyone to have a small paper to make notes that in your own shorthand, which will enable you to recall things when you forget. At the same time, we all should do one oath saying that Swamiji said this. Start the session by a Praman Vachan. What is that? Gone are the days till yesterday. I have done, I have not done. Let's not worry about it. But at least from today and tomorrow, starting, let us all, right, determine ourselves saying that we shall do Sandhya Vandana at least twice a day. Okay. So with that Praman, what is the strength behind this Praman is Sankalp. And he, our Swami Sri Hari Vishnu, bestows that power, bestows that energy in us. And he says that you have done the Sankalpa, I will make that Sankalpa Satya. I will make it a truth. I will give you the energy. I will give you the time. See what Karunalu Swami. Why? He doesn't gain anything by me doing Sandhya. He says, you are my child. Right? Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Who? Sri Hari Vishnu. So he says that start initiating yourself into a basic karma that has been prescribed to you as per our Varnashrama Dharma. And I will give you, right, all this, strength to make it possible. You're with me on this? So let's all do this pramana. Can we do it with our folded hands? And you think that Swamiji is in front of you or your Kuladeva is in front of you saying that, Swami, from tomorrow, today, I am wanting to learn and practice this Sandhya Vandana at least twice a day. If I'm doing it, let me do it better. If I'm not doing it, let me start doing something like in leadership or HR language, people say, what are the 3 things that you need to stop doing? What are the 3 things that you need to start doing? What are the 3 things that you need to continue doing? I use this algorithm, right? Let us apply it to our own spiritual, adhyatmic life. And if that is being purified and strengthened, all this Laukika life becomes a small, meager, minuscule subset. Do you agree? And I'm saying that with conviction. I'm saying that with my experience. And you all are there as elders who have your own experiences, right? It is about trying to enrich our own experience, right? So with that pramana, all of us, right? Let us start this session. I have a simple opening question for all of you as to, if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand when I ask a question on the system itself through Zoom. Don't do it on your videos. I can't see everybody's video, right? How many of us do Sandhya Vandana twice a day? Let's be honest. Please raise your hand in the system. How many of us do Sandhya Vandana twice a day? Prataha Sayam. No worry. I'm not going to ask people with names. I'm just going to see the count. So far, I got 4 count. Are people hesitant? No worry. So can I say that only 4 of you in this batch of 43 Of course, I raise my hand, 43 includes me also. So if it is 42, right? I have about 5 people. Any more? Any more who do Sandhya Vandana twice? My question. So which means in this group, we have about 5 people who do Sandhya Vandana twice a day. Okay. Now, let me lower the hand. One minute. Yeah. All of you can lower the hand. Right. Fantastic. Now, the second question is, how many of us in this group do Sandhya Vandana thrice? Thrice. Madhyanika need not be at the Madhyanika time. It can be either in the evening or in the morning. I'm okay. How many of us do it thrice a day? I'm not seeing that. Not even, at least count me, I do it. 1. Very good. Madhukarji, I'm happy. This question itself should be reflecting something in us. Right? Great. Now the next question is, how many of us do Sandhya Vandana only once? People who do twice, don't raise your hand. People who do only once, raise your hand. I get good count now. Wonderful. I'm happy. The number is increasing. Please don't send message in chat. Please use the symbol. That gives us the count. 14. Wow. A day has come when in the set of 40 plus people, we are tending to be happy if about 14 people say that we are doing Sandhya Vandana once a day. Am I giving some message? Yeah. 15 people, 16 people. Wonderful. Okay. There are some people in the giving in the chat. Okay, no problem. The next question is a very tricky, not a tricky question, but may not be a nice question. How many of us, being honest, don't do Sandhya Vandana at all? All of you others can lower your hand. How many of us in this room, if you have already raised the hand previously, please lower your hand. And how many of us in this room don't do Sandhya Vandana at all? Let's be honest. Some people are joined through your device name. For example, Oppo A31. Please put your name. Oppo A31. Whoever has joined with that name, please put your name. Okay. And 54200. People are joining with, please join through your name. My humble request. While you, if you're not, please, you can rename it. Go to that, rename and put your name. Wonderful. Okay. So, of course, there are some people who are not answered at all because my count doesn't come to 40. Right? Because there are 5 people who don't do Sandhya Vandana at all is what you're saying. Right? Right. I'm not interested in the metrics part of it right now, but at least all of you can now lower the hand. What we can do is that, okay, we are making a humble beginning, saying that let us start doing Sandhya for many reasons that we may not be doing. Can I open up for 3 minutes? People who are doing Sandhya Vandana only once. Can I know from you as to why we are not able to do twice? Just unmute and speak. One at a time. Hari Bhaskar. You raised your hand for what? Giving me the reason, or you raised your hand for something else? You got my question? Don't worry. This is a simple warming up session. Who wants to answer? Murthy.
Namaste, Guruji. Guru Sai here.
Yes. Yeah. GSPG, then Murthy.
Yeah. Time class, Guruji, because I have always extended working hours. Invariably, from 4 to 7, I get engulfed in conference calls. So that's where I tend to miss it.
Is it correctable?
It's, I mean, me missing or the time that I'm telling you.
Correct. Okay, I'll come back to you. I'm not giving you solutions. Murthy ji.
The reason is that, I would be traveling a lot, different time zones, different countries, different places as such, because my job requires a lot of traveling.
Okay. Who is MSPMO?
I'm MSP Mohan.
Mohan, sorry. Your
Mohan.
name is not come fully. Yeah, go ahead.
I do one thing. The reason is maybe a bit of business, a bit of lack of commitment, a bit of unsure faith.
Okay.
So lack of
Okay.
certainty in faith.
Great. Srinivas. Srinivas F12. You want to say something? Okay, now I'll come back to the other people who said we are not doing at all. I want to know your views. Why are you not doing? Somebody who said, some Patil, right? Whoever is not doing even once.
Namaskara, Guruji.
Yes.
Guruji, I do not do it daily, but twice in a week or so.
So you are asking a question in a different category, right? So,
Right.
So what are the days why you don't do? What's the reason?
No particular reason, Guruji.
Okay.
So
yeah, maybe you want to give your own reason for that. Something maybe not wanting to do it. Sometimes it is alasya also.
Correct. Yes, Guruji.
Okay. I didn't want to use that word, but sometimes, yes, our laziness says that, hey, man, there are better things in life to do than this. Kavita Davangere. Who is this?
Namaste, Guruji. I am Abhinav. I live in Mumbai.
Why don't you join with your name? Why are you joining with Kavita Davangere? Because it's
my mother's name, and we both are attending this session.
No, your mother need not attend, please. Because this is Veda mantras come here. This is only for men.
No, So I am a college student. I live in Mumbai, and I leave my home around 5:30 a.m. every day. Since my college is very far from my home.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the reason.
So when you leave at 5:30, do you also plan that you have to eat something?
Particularly, no, because it's very difficult for my mother to make food for me this early morning.
What I'm saying is, we plan for our job going to college at 5:30. Can we not plan? It is actually a boon for you. Morning Sandhya Vandana, you will do Sakala on every day, unlike others. Before sunrise, you can finish your Pratha Sandhya and do.
Okay.
And you will become superior to everybody else. Let me tell you this. Because all of us probably get up after sunrise.
Okay.
Right? So capitalize that, Abhinav.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Great. Right. So let's not spend more time on this. It's only for a reflection, saying that, hey, what am I doing? Travel, no travel, all according to me are excuses. If you touch your heart, and if your heart says, I must do Sandhya Vandan, every other reason will vanish. Because travel, no travel, or I don't have time. Can you all mute it? For all other things, I have time. For all other things, this travel does not come. My office timings does not come and disturb me. Why only Sandhya Vandana becomes the victim? You getting my point? Right? So therefore, let us now understand what this Sandhya Vandana is all about. Okay. So with that introduction, any opening questions? Anything that you have expectations in terms of what you're looking for in this workshop? Quick one.
Achar, this is Krishna Prasad.
Yes, Krishna.
Achar, one question. See, what my idea is, I do Sandhya Vandana,
Yes.
but I need 100% perfection.
Yes. That's your
For
expectation.
that only, see, it has to be perfect, at least 80 to 85%, not
Yes.
on centum percent, 100%. At least 80 to 85% it should be
Yes.
matched with.
Correct. That's what I said in the beginning. Completeness and correctness, okay, are the main objectives of learning Sandhya Vandana. Very good. Anybody else has?
Acharya, this is Mohan Acharya.
Ah.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand after the Sandhya Vandane, of course, I do know Vayasthiti also, but some difficulty I do face, so I can reach out to you for that as well.
Now it is out of syllabus. Okay.
Okay. All right.
We will have a separate talk on that. Yes. Anybody else? Yeah.
GSP here.
Ah.
Arthanusandhana is what you mentioned. So
Yes.
rather than doing mechanically, I mean, over a period of time, I have got it by heart the sequence of mantras, but without understanding the meaning, just doing it mechanically is not right, is what I feel.
Perfect. Perfect. This workshop will aim at introducing a lot of meaning portions also, right? But it will not completely cover every mantra, every meaning, because there are mixed set of people. So we will aim at some basic level and basic Arthanusandhana, right? The second level workshop will go into meaning of it. Yes, somebody Veluri, Siddharth.
Yes, Guruji. I am class 6th.
Huh?
I am from class 6th. I do Satyatma twice. But I am doing it shortcut that I joined this meeting for learning the whole Sandhya, so I can do it properly.
Good, good, very good. You know to read Sanskrit?
No.
What do you read?
I know to read English.
Hindi.
English and Hindi.
Hindi, if you know, you can read Sanskrit things also. Okay. Very good. Sridharji, Chennai, you are there? Sridhar Janardhan, any?
Yes, Hare Nama.
Hare Nama.
Guruji, it is about doing in the proper manner and also doing it with that Anusandhana. So that's the main reason I chose to be part of this workshop.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, all of you. And
Hare
this
Nama.
helps. And let's see how it goes, right? And, we will learn as to what is important, how is it to be done, etc. Now I'm going to share the screen, right, of my PPT, which will enable us to, understand it. Are you able to see my PPT now?
Yes, Guruji.
1 minute. Okay. So let us all start by a simple supplication saying that, hey, we are not doing anything. It is only Sri Hari. Naham Karta, Hari Karta. Okay. And Suryantargata Narayana has to bless us all to learn this. All of us know that there are 16 samskaras that, right, a human being goes through, especially a Brahmana, right? Out of the 16 samskaras, one of the important samskara is Upanayana, which is we call thread ceremony or munji, right? Or punal, whatever you call it, right? And we consider this Upanayana to be the second birth to the boy, because once he is born from the mother, and then after Upanayana, he is called Dvija. Dvija means second birth. And this Upanayana makes him a Dvija or a Brahmana. What is the important thing there? He gets the adhikara to chant, recite Veda. That's called Vedadhikara is bestowed on him. Because Vedadhikara is bestowed on him, there are certain karmas that he has to perform as a Brahmana. One of the important basic karma being Sandhya Vandana, right? And Sandhya Vandana has a lot of Veda mantras which are part of different subset or sub activities in the Sandhya Vandana. Therefore, the prerequisite for doing Sandhya Vandana is Upanayana. And this samskara means this is basically purification process, right? So we do namakarna, we do jata karma, we do whatever, and as the basic, the final, one which makes him to get Vedadikara is Upanayana. Upanayana means actually a boy is taken to a Guruji to start studying Vedas. That is the Gurukul system. Now, what have we done? Yes, we are going into other form of education. However, we also get this Upanayana to start studying Vedic sciences, start studying Vedas through a basic activity called Sandhya Vandana. Okay, other education we are still continuing, but at least for Sandhya Vandana, there is some Guru with whom we go and learn. The first Guru is father, because he is the only adhikari to do Gayatri Mantra Upadesh to his son. So he teaches the act of Sandhya Vandana to the boy. Now, karma are two types. One is Nitya Karma, the other one is Naimittika Karma. Okay, Nitya Karma is a one which has to be performed mandatorily daily. Correct? I have not used the word mandatorily there. I wanted to ask you, Nitya Karma, duty to be performed daily. You should add without fail. Must do. That is called Nitya Karma. Naimittika Karma is a one which is done occasionally on account of some event or some tithi, some vara. We do that. For example, Ganesha Chaturthi, all of us recently celebrated that, right? That is only celebrated once a year when Bhadrapada Shukla Paksha Chaturthi. We do that. And Krishnashtami, Shravana Mas, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami, we do Krishnashtami. That is called Naimittika Karma. For example, now Shraddha, we do the ceremony, right? For example, now Mahalaya Paksha happened. We did Paksha Shraddha. That becomes again Naimittika Karma because it is not a Nitya Karma. Now my question, with this distinction between Nitya Karma and Naimittika Karma, Sandhya Vandana falls into which one? Quick answer.
Nitya Karma.
Nitya Karma.
Nitya Karma. Very good. Which means all of us agree. Please make your small notes if you want. So Sandhya Vandana is a Nitya Karma, which means that a duty to be performed daily without fail. When it says duty to be performed daily, mandatoriness comes in that. No issue. It's not optional. All of you are getting it? So that is Sandhya Vandana is a Nitya Karma. Okay. What happens if I do Sandhya Vandana? Do I get punya? Yes, no?
Yes.
If I do Sandhya Vandana, do I get punya or no?
No. Yes. No. No punya.
Whether you get punya or not, maybe you will not get papa.
That's a nice way of answering. Okay, I'll park that, but it is right. But let me ask you, do I get punya or no?
No, because that is
then why do it?
It makes you
you explained it is
eligible
the
to
basic
do other
duty.
things.
Sorry?
You explained that it's a basic duty to be performed.
Correct. When I don't get punya, why do it?
We should not get papa.
Perfect. To avoid getting papa, I must do Sandhya Vandana. P implies Q is equivalent to negation of Q implying negation of P in logic. Is that clear? Now coming back, let us understand this. Punya is of two types. One is Ishta Punya, one is Anishta Punya. Ishta Punya means that Punya is got by me, but fixed in an FD by God in my name. I can't withdraw it. Understand that. That is called Ishta Punya. When does that Punya get used by a Jiva is God releases it for the Moksha Sadhana in terms of Moksha Jnana, etc. What does it mean? If I want to get a promotion, Ishta Punya will not be used. You get my point? For Aihika, materialistic, or in this Aihika, Laukika, if I want to get some success, this Ishta Punya will not be used. What is Anishta Punya? Anishta means don't think it is bad. It is only to differentiate between Ishta and Anishta. Ishta Punya comes by Nishkam Karma, without any desire. It is only Vishnu Prerana, Vishnu Prityartham. What do we do in Sandhya Vandana? Savitrantargata, Bharati Ramna Mukhya Pranantargata, Sri Vishnu Prerana, Vishnu Prityartham. Only his Priti, we do it, right? So that comes under Ishta Punya. Anishta Punya is, I do one japa probably, I do one homa, right? For me to get rid of some obstacles that I see in my planetary position. Or I do one Sundarakanda Parayana to ensure that there is some Vigna somewhere, that let it go. All that Anishta Punya releases that Punya for using it. Get my point? So when you do Sandhya Vandana, when we say that we don't get Punya, means you don't get Anishta Punya, means the Punya that can be used to encash it right now for my materialistic success, I can't use it. But I do get Ishta Punya, which I cannot use it, in the sense which comes handy when in the process and journey of my Moksha Sadhana. This much you understand. So therefore, Punya we don't get means we don't get Anishta Punya, but we get Ishta Punya, which is very much precious. And God says, hey Baba, I have reserved it for you, I will release it. So whatever Sandhya Vandana Phala you get, it increases. For example, doing regular Sandhya Vandana enables us to study Sarva Mula. What helped you there? In the process of Moksha Sadhana, I want to study what Srimad Acharya has told us. Madhvacharya has given as a Dvaita philosophy. So for Jnana Abhivruddhi, for the increase in the knowledge in my Tattva Jnana, that Punya helps me. Please understand. I did Sandhya Vandana, I should get promotion, no way. Because it's your basic duty, better do it. So if I don't do it, what happens? I get Pratyavaya, I get Papa. Is that clear? That much at a level. Similarly, Naimittika Karma has to be performed. For example, Ganesh Chaturthi, on that day is mandatory to everybody. It is not Sampradaya. Everybody has to do it. Krishnashtami Vrata, is it there? On the other hand, Ananta Chaturdashi may be optional for few people, may be mandatory for few people. You got my point? There, it is based on the family parampara. If they have that Sampradaya, they do it. Without having the Sampradaya, if they don't do it, there is no Papa for this. Please understand this. So, Sandhya Vandana comes in the category of Nitya Karma. Very good. What happens actually is, during sunrise and during sunset, especially during sunrise, lot of energies, right, are released to Bhuloka or the earth from the solar system. So the Rishi Munis and the Vedic things have told that how do you actually absorb these energies, okay, and try to use those energies for your life. So therefore, at that time, if I do a mantra sahit anushtan, then I'm actually capturing all those energies. Similarly, at the sunset time, what happens is lot of energies get withdrawn. So while they are getting withdrawn, I am trying to see how I can absorb them. If you ask me, can you show me a pratyaksha or through the eye, certain things are atindriya. But the experience of that atindriya, that is which you cannot see through your naked eye, is only by experience. For example, if somebody says there is a current flowing in this wire, so do we ask that person saying, show me that current? I can't show you that current. But at the same time, I can tell you, you can feel the current. And a person will not go and touch the live wire to feel that current there. He only says, I will use another apparatus where the current flows to this particular apparatus or gadget and then the bulb glows, which means the kind of experiential energy flowing in that wire is going into illuminating that particular bulb. Got my point? Therefore, at sunrise and sunset, we need to do this particular anushtan to actually energize ourselves. If we think in that direction, all of us will do and all of us will start doing Sandhya. However, one word of caution is that don't expect always a scientific explanation to my philosophic adhyatmic karma. Because science is science. I'm not saying they're detached, but only when there is a scientific explanation will I believe a philosophical adhyatmic concept is wrong, is a misconception. That is my humble request when you start learning things. Beautiful. Now, the word Sandhya, right? What does the word Sandhya mean to all of us? Quick, let's not spend more time. You don't aim for a correct answer.
Morning. Conjunction.
Yeah?
Morning. Conjunction.
Conjunction. Okay. What else?
Morning. Time before sunrise.
Right. So which
Dawn
means
and dusk.
correct. So can we say that Sandhya word has been derived from Sandhika, the time of junction, right? And what is the reference? Sun. Please understand this. Okay. So sun. So some people say Sandhya Kal means evening. No. Is that clear? Sayankal is not equal to Sandhya Kal. It is one of the Sandhya Kals. So let's very clearly understand. Otherwise, if people say Sandhya Kal is equal to Sayankal, then I should be doing only Sayankal Sandhya. Is that clear? So this particular slide, if you look at it, there are 3 times of junction. One is darkness to light. That means the state, darkness state to light state. That is based on the Surya. All this Sandhikal is based on Surya, his object. That is called Pratakala. All of us understand this. That is the sunrise when it happens, the state of darkness goes to light. So that Sandhikala, when darkness transitions into light, is called Pratakala. The second one is evening. When light state goes into darkness state, we call that as Sayankal, right? And the third one is when the sun rises in the east, it goes on, right? And at a peak point, the ascending sun starts to descend. How nice, right? So that point in junction is called Madhyamik Kala. Is that clear? And the Upasana, the Vandana done during Sandhikal is called Sandhyopasana or Sandhya Vandana. Simple meaning. Is that clear? So remember 2 things. Sandhikal, Upasana. The Upasana done during any of the Sandhikal describes each of the Sandhya. Pratha Sandhya, Madhyanika Sandhya, Sayam Sandhya. How easy. This is one meaning of Sandhya. The second one is, who is the presiding deity? Who is the presiding Adhishtatra Devata? Some words I like to use Sanskrit only. Only then it gives that effect. Who is the Adhishtatra Devata? Means who is the person who becomes the object of our Upasana? That Devata is called Sandhya. Is that clear? Therefore, the Vandana of that Adhishtatra Devata Sandhya, hence it is called Sandhya Vandana. Second way of looking at it. Right? Other one is, Sandhya is a karma in which yogis do dhyana of Parabrahma, and karma in which Parabrahma is worshipped very well. How nice, right? Which means what? Who is this Parabrahma? Sakshat Vishnu. And what is the Adhisthana or the platform in which we pray this Narayana? Is Suryantargata. Therefore, you are combining the Sandhikala, which is based on the sun, God, and Antaryami Adhisthana of Surya is your Suryantargata Narayana. So that Suryantargata Narayana's worshipping, Upasana, is referred to as Sandhyopasana. Therefore, the last line in the slide summarizes that Sandhyopasana is equal to Paramatma's Upasana, Vishnu Upasana. Are we clear? What is the Adhishtan? Surya. Therefore, Savitrantargata, Suryantargata. All of us know that. But let us try to reinforce our learning by knowing some of these facts. Clear? Now, I am getting into a very interesting topic where people today say, can you show me Pramana? What is Pramana? Scriptural authority. Okay. For example, if somebody has to be booked through an FIR in the police station, so people first use what? Constitutional article. Is that right? Based on that, somebody can be booked for an offense or whatever kind of thing. Even when I jump my red signal, if I get a police slip, it is because of a kind of thing which is given as a rule book there. Right? Therefore, let us understand, Pramana can be two types. Right? Can anybody tell me what it is? Two categories of Pramana.
Pratyaksha and Anumana. Are those two types?
Okay. Then there are three types if you go by that.
Yeah.
Pratyaksha,
Anumana and
Agama.
Agama Pramana. These are all Agama.
I am not giving that category.
That category, okay.
Okay. Right. That is also true. That's also true. Right. First it starts with can I see? Then can I infer? Second one is Anumana. Right. There is some smoke there. What do I infer? There should be fire. Yatra Dhumaha Tatra Agnihi. That is inference. Correct? Third one is Agama. You said it right actually. Right? So for Pratyaksha, I don't need to give a line, right? I'm seeing there. There is fire, I'm seeing Pramana. Correct? On the same thing, electric current. Can I give Pratyaksha Pramana there? No. What I have to give? Inference. Why? If I touch, it will give me a shock. That experience is inferring that there is current in that wire or the bulb glowing, right? Results in my conclusion that there is some energy flowing there. Other thing is Agama. I have not seen God. Pratyaksha. Right? Anumana, I cannot possibly get a logical reason. So how do I believe God? All of us are astics. What made us astika?
Our elders, the scriptures, Vedas.
That is Agama. That is Agama. Agama means, right, a written scripture which has come from Anadi Kala. Okay. Please, all of you others mute. There are a lot of crosstalks. Agama can be two types. One is Apaurushe, authorless. One is authored. So getting my point? I'm making simple languages here. Apaurusheya means authorless. Nobody has authored it. Can you give me an example? Vedas. Wonderful. Vedas. So Vedas and Upanishads, they are called also Shruti. They are authorless. Even God has not authored it. Please understand. From Anadi Kala, they have been existing. Right? So that is called Apaurusheya Agama Pramana. That is one. Veda Upanishad. What is the other category? Paurusheya means authored by somebody. Great people. Vedavyas. Right? So many Puranas that he authored. That also becomes Mahabharata, Mula Ramayana. Right? Like that, if you take, they are called Paurusheya Grantha, authored by somebody. Example, Puranas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, etc. They are also Pancharatra. They are also in the category. So what we must do is that, is there any proof? Is there anything that says that we have to do Sandhya? So both types of pramanas are available to ascertain the fact that one has to do Sandhya Vandana. Ahar Sandhyam Upasita is a Veda Vakya. What does it say? Perform Sandhya daily. So I'm giving you a Vedic pramana, right? But I question Vedas. I'm sorry, I can't help. Why? All of us have gathered here for two things. We are all Astikas. We believe in Vedas. We believe that Veda pramana as propounded and described by our Srimad Acharya. Correct? So it very clearly says, I'm giving you a few examples of Vedas, there are many. Right? And Manusmruti, right? That is also one of, they are also very authoritative pramanas for it. Look at the shloka there. Japye naiva tu samsiddhe brahmano natra samshaya. Sorry, I can't transliterate this into English. Neither do I want to. So people, at least in this, can follow the purport of that, what I have written in English, but more shloka is also required. Japye naiva tu samsiddhe brahmano natra samshaya kuryat anyan nava kuryat maitro brahmana uchyate. What does it say? It says that in Vedas, there are a lot of prescriptions with respect to the karmanusthana. But whether you do all that or not is immaterial. But doing japa during Sandhya Vandana means japa plus Sandhya Vandana means japa you do along with Sandhya Vandana, right? Gayatri Mantra japa. That is a minimum requirement to retain your Brahmanhood. That's what it is. Maitro Brahmana Uchyate. When Kuryat Anyan Nava Kuryat means whether you do other things or not. Japye naiva tu samsiddhe, must do japa, Gayatri Mantra japa. And people mistake that. I just take bath, come and stand in front of my God in terms of my turkey towel, and then recite Gayatri Mantra for 10 times and get out. That's not Sandhya. Let me clearly tell you, because this is the pramana Manusmruti. It says that it is a part of the Sandhya Vandana which makes you retain your Brahmanhood. Otherwise, we have lost our Brahmanhood. Again, we have to get our Upanayana done. Let me not go into so much technical problems, but at least appreciate that Manusmruti says that protection of Brahmanhood is only through this particular japa. It's part of the Sandhya. Another shloka you see there, very important. Sandhya hino ashuchihi nityam anarhaha sarva karmasu. Anarhaha karmana vipraha sandhya hino yatasprita. Both are independent statements. First statement, Sandhya hino means what? A person who does not do Sandhya Vandana. Sandhya hina. The absence of Sandhya Vandana in that person is called Sandhya hina person. Okay. What happens? Ashuchihi nityam. Every day his state is Ashuchi. Sutaka. Got my point? He is considered Ashuchi. Then Anarhaha, ineligible. Arha, eligible. Anarhaha, ineligible. Sarva karmasu means he is ineligible to perform any other karma if he does not do Sandhya Vandana. That's the meaning of the first one. So a lot of us, what we do? Today, Pavaman Homacharya, don't have time for Sandhya. No, 0 marks. Today, my father's ceremony, no time for Sandhya Vandana, 0 marks. Today, Navaratri starts. I have to keep Kolu, no time. I will not do Sandhya Vandana, 0 marks. I can do Devar Puja, right? I don't have time for Sandhya Vandana, 0 marks. You getting my point? So, for all the karmas to get the eligibility, one must do Sandhya. That is why it is considered as the basic Nitya karma. To be put. The day starts with that, and then you do any other karma, you get your mileage. Otherwise, 0. Then, anarhaha karmana vipraha sandhyahi yatasmrita. The second line reinforces what I said in the first line, which says that, right? Sandhyahina anarha. Sandhyahina vipraha karmanam anarha. What else authority do we do? So we fix our faith. What did we do? We did not study all this, which is okay. But elders kept on telling us, don't leave Sandhya. Whether you do anything or not, my dear, every day, morning and evening, perform your Sandhya Vandana. That will take care of all other things in life. Why did they say that? They had these shlokas in their mind and they transmitted it to us, not telling us these shlokas. We believed them and we have been doing it. Fantastic. But the next generation are not ready to believe what elders say, but we have to give them sometimes these scriptural authorities. Right? I just pause for a minute to break monotony, to take up any questions. Please raise your hands. If Pramod Katti is there, he can tell your name. Somebody has raised a hand with a number 54200. Please don't do that. Put your name.
I am Anand Torvi here.
Yes. Please put your name, sir. Without name, we don't want to talk to people, but go ahead with your question.
Okay. Just 1 second.
What's your question?
Please go ahead, Anand Torvi. Yeah, my question is there a specific period of time to do Sandhyavana in the morning or evening? Say,
okay. It will get covered, but any questions so far what we have covered, let's have questions. Okay. That part will come. Next question.
Shrikara, please go ahead.
So, if you don't do japa because of some like religious reason, or you don't have time, or something happens and you can't do it, then will there be like a buffering time, or can you do it in Sayankala?
Morning for some reason. For some reason means not because of your laziness. It's because that you are traveling, you reached your home in the evening from some other place. Then you should not have eaten anything and do your Sandhya Vandana morning, Sayankal, and then eat.
Okay. So if you don't have time to do it in the morning, then you shouldn't eat anything, and then you should do it in the evening.
Only it is an exceptional rule, and that is not a rule for daily. Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
Siddharth Veluri, please go ahead.
Sir, in this class we'll learn.
Your audio is not clear, sir.
In this class we'll learn to do Sandhya Vandana.
Learn?
To do Sandhya Vandana.
Yeah, you will learn how to do Sandhya Vandana. Yes. Because this is the first class. Your audio is not clear. Put it on chat, and Pramod will tell you. Okay, next question.
Ian Raghavendra, sir, please go ahead.
Namaskara. My question is, the Sandhya Vandana comes under Ishta Punya, and the Naimittika Karma like Ganesh Chaturthi and other pujas comes under the Anishta Punya.
One small correction. Don't say they come under Punya. Okay. You get that kind of Punya. Naimittika Karma also you get both. Okay. But Naimittika Karma, you do Ganesh Chaturthi. There also you will have to do Nishkam only. Saying that let Ganesh Antargata Vishwambar Murti be pleased by this puja. Then it can give you only Ishta Punya. Okay. But there are a lot of vignas that I am facing in my life. Right? Please do that Nivaran, means that is Sakama Karma. For that, some Anishta Punya is also bestowed by Ganesha. Both you get. No problem.
Okay. My question is, in both the ways, we are doing Sankalpa and at the end, Krishna Arpana Mastu.
Yes.
So here, the clarification needs is whether it is after doing the Krishna Arpana Mastu, is it a Ishta Punya or Anishta Punya?
No. See, Krishna Arpana Mastu is submission of your karma. Okay.
Okay.
Whether you give sakama karma or nishkama karma, both of them you'll have to ultimately submit it to God. Okay. So that
Yes.
does not signify what kind of punya you will get. For
Okay.
example, if you do a sakama karma and still say Krishnarpana, right? For what purpose you did that karma, God will enable that you get that results. Right? But in Sandhya Vandana, when you do Krishnarpanamastu, it is only for Savitrantargata Lakshmi Narayana Prityartham, for pleasing him, and he will decide what is to be bestowed to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Next
Yeah, Uday
question.
Chandra, please go ahead.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to know what is the exact number of Gayatri Japa we must do during Sandhya Vandana.
Okay. Minimum people say, and Srimad Acharya, Madhvacharya says 10 to retain your Brahmin. Okay. The next Paksha is 28. Okay. The next one is 108. The best one is 1000.
Okay, sir, can you give me the exact meaning of Gayatri Japa given by our Sri
Wait, we are
Jagadguru Madhvacharya?
in the first class. Okay. So
Okay, sir,
there are a
thank
lot
you.
of components to that. We will understand that as we go. Okay.
Badri here, Badri here.
Go ahead.
People say that after the Gayatri Jabam, we have to chant Narayana.
No, can I come to that later, Badriji? Because we have just started now. When different aspects come, we will cover that. I'm only wanting questions based on what we have covered so far. Okay, great. So let me move forward. Is that okay? Is this model okay for you? People are following?
I send you in the chat, Guruji.
Sorry?
Yeah, it is okay. It is okay.
Okay. What is Siddharth? What is that you're asking? Today we will do Sandhya Vandana or tomorrow? What does it mean?
I think he's wanting to know when there will be practical. He's interested in learning the Tantra part of it, I guess.
Okay.
So he's asking whether it will be tomorrow.
We don't do tomorrow, only Sundays we do, right? Okay. This class in English is only every Sunday 7:30. Okay. So once this first basic introductions are done, we'll get into the act of doing Sandhya Vandana. Okay. Meanwhile, let me share you what I wanted to share is, yep. 1 minute. Okay. Are you seeing this now?
Yes, Guru Garu.
Yeah. Now look at it. See, there are so many components in Pratah Sandhya. Similarly, Yajurveda also. You can replace it that. Okay. What are the different topics? Sandhya Vandana meaning, importance, scriptural authorities, etc. Okay. Shuchi Karan and Kopi Chandan Nama Mudra Dharan. Probably we had to cover that in session 1, what we are doing now. Probably we are going slow because there is some warm-up session happening. After that, in session 2, you can see Achamana, Pranayam, Sankalp. These are all components of Sandhya Vandana. You're able to see this word doc, all of you? Yeah. And then after Sankalpa, you have Prathama Marjana, Mantra Chaman, Dvitiya Marjana, and Papa Purusha Visarjana. This is session 3. Session 4, we have from Arghya Pradhan, Keshavadi, Sankarshanadi, Tarpan, 12th item. 13th to 19th is Bhutochatan, Asan, Karanyas, Anganyas, Avahan. After that, we get into Dhyana Shloka of Gayatri. Then we do Japa Sankalp. And after that, the act of actually doing Gayatri Mantra Japa. Then after Japa, we need to do Karanyasa, Anganyasa, Dhyana, and Japa Samarpan, SS Mrityacha for Japa. Then we do Suryopasthana, Dik Namaskara, Namaskara to all the directions, Purva, East, West, North, South, and up, down, Avantara. Okay. Then we do Gayatri Udvasana. Then Pravar. We say our Pravar and Chatussagar Paryantam. we do the Namaskara to God and elders. Then we do Sandhya Samarpana using SS Mrityachar. Then we do Japasthal wherever we are sitting, Prokshan, sprinkling water, and then touching our heart. Then any mantra lop, tantra lop, shabda lop we have done. Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, we chant. So the list may look long, all of you are doing it, but this list will tell you completeness. This list done correctly will tell you correctness. Are you clear? This is how the session is going to flow. Good that you asked me, but every session we will try to a little bit fast forward, but ultimately for everything we must know the significance, and wherever possible I will highlight that, but jump into the act of doing it. If people are not at all doing it, you may find that this will take a little time to initiate you into this. You must consult your local people there and start doing it. The classes will enable you to understand what they are saying, right, and the significance of that. Any questions on this slide? Clear? Yes, Raghavendra ji.
In the asana, before Karanyasa, it is mentioned that if you have time, you can do Tatvanyasa and Matrukanyasa.
Yeah. So right. People will run away from me if I introduce all that now, Raghavendra ji.
Oh.
I understand. But what right now we should do is, what is the common minimum way of learning Satyavandana and being able to do it, right? So the extensions to this will be in the second level course. Okay. Right. Now, this is what I want to show it. And let me go back to the next sharing. Okay, so we were here, right? So these are some of the scriptures. The last two things I'll finish. The Rishi Munis, I said, they say that we got, right, Dirgha Ayu, lifespan, intelligence, fame, goodwill, and Brahma Varchas we got by performing Sandhya Vandana continuously for a very long time. I'm not saying the duration, every day doing it. Rushayo, Dirgha Sandhyatva, Dirgha Mayuhu, Dirgham Ayuhu, Avapnuyuhu. They got long lives, Dirgha Ayush, right? Prajnam, Yashaha, Kirtihi, Brahma Varchas. So Rishis are saying we got all this by continuously practicing Sandhya Vandana along with Japa, Gayatri Japa. So that is another Manusmriti authority for us to say that Sandhya Vandana enables this. In Chandogya Upanishad, there is a mention, Aporushaya, Chandogya Upanishad, on Aditya Vidya. Aditya here is Surya. It explains the importance of meditation during sunrise and sunset, which actually is the act of doing Sandhya Vandana. And it says there that doing Gayatri Mantra Japa during sunrise and sunset gives you that kind of energy, power. And please do it is what it prescribes. And Mahabharata, all of us know. Evening when it came, right? People, they used to blow the shankha. Evening time has come. All of you stop the yuddha, war, and they used to do Sandhya Vandana there. How did they do? They took the mud there and gave the arghya to Surya. That is the vidhi at that point of time. They don't have to search for water to do Sandhya Vandana. Is that clear? In Ranabhumi, right? Brahmanas were there, Kshatriyas were there, right? All were there in the war, but for them, Nitya Karma is Sandhya Vandana. So Krishna is to blow the conch, or Arjuna is to blow the conch, and everybody used to do Sandhya Vandana and then continue the war. Is that clear? That says that how important was that activity and how diligently was it followed. The last one, Vishwamitra, right? Rama and Lakshmana were under the tutelage of Vishwamitra, right? At least as a symbolic thing. Vishwamitra is to actually make Rama and Lakshmana get up in the morning by this shloka. All of us know it. Kausalya supraja Rama purva sandhya pravartate uttishta narashardula kartavyam daivamannikam tasyarshehe paramodaram vachashrutva nrupatmajau snatva krutodakau viro japetu paramam japam. Agama, Ramayana Balakanda, Valmiki Ramayana, right? So Vishwamitra is to say, hey, Surya is rising in the east. Rama, Lakshmana, please wake up. Sandhya Kala is coming. Do the snana and Sandhya Japa. Rama, though the Supreme Lord, who does not have any vidhi nishedh, did it, right, diligently in all Trikala for us to emulate. Martya Shikshanam, it's called. Because we are Manusyas, we have to emulate and learn. Therefore, to lead by example, Ramayana says that Rama and Lakshmana. Rama, whenever he was seeing some river, if it was evening time, he used to finish his times. It was morning, Annika. Madhyanika, Madhyanika. Right? So that was so dear to him because he said that this is a basic activity for doing Sandhya. Last but not the least, the second and the third line you concentrate. Don't worry about the first line. It is a comparison between a tree and a Brahmana, Vipra. What does it say? Vipro vruksho Mulamastasya Sandhya Vedaha Shakha Dharma Karmani Patram. First line. Imagine that there is a tree, and that tree, this Brahman is a tree, right? For a tree, what is Mula? Roots, right? The main part of the tree is root. So, for a Brahmin who is compared to a tree, or a Brahminical tree, if you want to call it, what is Mula for them? Sandhya. This shloka says that, which is Vishwamitra Kalpa. And I'm quoting from authority, right? So, what it says, a Vipra, as a root is Mula or main for the tree, for a Vipra like tree, what is Mula? Sandhya. Vedaha Shakha, all the Vedas are the branches of this Vipra. Then Dharma Karmani Patram means doing the Dharmanushtan. Karmanushtan is, what is that? Leaves of, they are the leaves of this particular Brahminical tree. See what a comparison. So root is what? Sandhya. Right? And if the roots are intact, it uses the branches, or it releases, or it grows the branches and leaves. Why? This Sandhya enables the Vedic culture to be properly ascertained, and then the leaves like Dharma Karmanushtan come into picture. How nice example. Tasman Mulam, therefore, that Mula, what is a Mula for a tree? Roots. What do? You ensure that photosynthesis happens. Is that right? Which means you give it water. You see that there is a sunlight for that. You put enough manure to make that tree grow. Therefore, similarly, Sandhyavandan, which is the root for a Vipra tree, has to be protected. How? Not by doing a Mangalarti for the Sandhyavandana book, but by practicing it, by doing it thrice a day. What are you doing? You are protecting the root of this Vipra. The root of this Vipra is Sandhyavandan. Then the last part says, Chinne Mule. If the roots are uprooted, what happens? Naiva Vruksho Na Shakha. If the roots are uprooted, neither the tree lives or exists, neither the branches. So if I leave this Sandhya, if I don't do Sandhya, what happens? Nobody upkeeps the Vedas. Vedas go for a toss. Then Dharma Karmani, nobody, the practice of Dharmanushthan and Karmanushthan vanishes. Therefore, to protect the root of a Vipra tree, one must do Sandhyavandan so that the Vedas and the Dharma Karmanushthan are protected, hence protecting the Brahmanhood. Got it? So this is a shloka which every must by heart. Vipro Vruksho Moolamastasya Sandhya Vedaha Shakha Dharma Karmani Patram Tasman Moolam Yatnato Rakshaniyam Chinne Mule Naiva Vruksho na Shakha. Similarly, Ramayana has Aditya Hridaya, where people recite this. This is Agastya Rishi did this Upadesha in terms of Anuvada to Sri Rama, because Supreme Lord doesn't get Upadesha. Agastya Rishi submitted what he knew. And Agastya says that by doing this Aditya Puja and giving the Surya Arghya, right, every success can be achieved. Every happiness, high intellect, high grasping power. People, you do Sandhya Vandana, lot of concentration will increase, grasping power will increase, high intuition, memory, everything will be bestowed, is what Aditya Hridaya Agastya Rishi told Rama. So that is another authority. And Rama did Sandhya Vandana for Loka Shikshana, which I mentioned. Right? Ultimately, people ask, I'll close here, what is the benefit of doing Sandhya Vandana? When we said Punya, Papa, all that, right? The striking benefits are, we are remembering, right, the God's Upakara, what all he has bestowed on us. That's Smarane. Why? What has he bestowed? He did not make us animals. He gave us this Manava Sharir, human body. He gave us a Brahmana Jan, so that we are called Dvijas. Then he made us Vaishnavas. Then he made us Madhvacharya's followers. Right? Ultimately, Paramatma, whatever he has bestowed on us, we are actually, thanksgiving is a very stupid word according to me. Right? It is a very small word, but we are prostrating at his lotus feet for all the benefits that he has bestowed. First one. Second one, as we said, the Brahmanhood gets protected by doing Sandhya Vandana. Third one, important, for every second, every fraction of a second, we acquire a lot of Papa. And that Papa has to be burned to get moksha, means we cannot do it. By doing Sandhya Vandana, Pratha Sandhya, whatever I did in the night, not like, I do Papa and do Sandhya Vandana, it goes away. No. It is not like I do all the Papa Monday to Saturday, Sunday I go and confess. Some people do that. That is not our philosophy. Our philosophy says that when you are asking for excuse, you are also saying that in future, let me not do this mistake. So like that, Bhagavanta or God tries to burn all our papas. Then Ayushya, our lifespan increases because a lot of pranayama we do, healthy practices, and our health also increases. Healthy mind in a healthy body. Another thing, it ends, gives us that positive vibrations of Brahma Varchas, right? And today, everybody is suffering from mental ill health. Lot of tension, lot of problems, right? So that mental health is possible through a concentrated quality Sandhya Vandana. Thrice a day you do, ultimately fine. I keep telling people that I charge this mobile, right? All of us charge. The moment there is some drain, we immediately put it for charging, right? But this sacred thread, to retain its sanctity, you need to charge it. Will a mobile charger help you charge this? No. Gayatri mantra charges this. So people say charges at least thrice a day, so that the sanctity of this thread will be retained and increased. Got my point? right? So with that, I think today I just taken 10 minutes because initially introduction had to be done. Otherwise, we should be closing it. So with that, I hope you got the purport and the motivation for why I must do Sandhya Vandana. What are the scriptures telling us? What is the meaning of Sandhya Vandana? What is the Sandhikal? What does it mean? Right? All these are in the direction of the trying to practice Sandhya Vandana in the right way. As the classes go, the Word document will be shared to all of you through WhatsApp, and you can see how the things go on, right? I can't ensure that I will finish the portions and you are starting to do Sandhya Vandana. That is difficult for us because we are going to meet just once a week. Okay. So with that, again, my humble pranams to Swamiji, right? And all the Guru Parampara and hence Sri Hari for giving us this opportunity, giving us this mindset to sit for 1 hour plus in this particular session to understand and appreciate as we go Achaman. How do we do Achaman? What is the mantra to be told? What are some of the do's and don'ts? It will get into the details like this. Is that clear? This will be the flow of it. There are many more people who were expected to join. I don't know why they have not joined. If they are your relatives and whom you are referred, please tell them to join from next Monday because I can't repeat whatever I said today. However, this recording is done for our purpose. We are not recording it for disseminated, but people for the first 2 classes, if you have missed, we will give this. Don't keep this as a backup by not attending because the interaction is what I expect, through which we learn more. Okay. So with that, thank you. Akshayam karma yasmin pare swarpitam prakshayam yanti dukkani yannamataha aksharo yojara sarvadaivamritaha kukshigam yasya vishwam sada jadikam prinayamo vasudevam devata mandala khandamandanam hare namaha.